Front office made a call that day. Changed the whole franchise in the worst way. Set the way the kid from Slovenia. Now he's putting up numbers I seen ya. Making other teams look amateur while AD's in street clothes, that's what I remember. Could've had a dynasty, no cap. Instead we watching highlights looking back. Should've kept Luka, should've kept Luka. Now he's cooking others, now we looking for this. Should've kept Luka, should've kept Luka. $1 million mistake, now we paying dues. Every game I watch him drop 40, making it look easy, that's the story. Triple doubles like their regular stats, while we sitting here where what could've been that. Trade deadline came, they jumped the gun, gave away the future for a short run. Ain't about disrespecting AB, but staying healthy barely a guarantee. Should've kept Luka, should've kept Lou. Now he's cooking others, while we looking for this. Should've kept Luka, should've kept Lou. $1 million mistakes, now we paying dues. Numbers don't lie, check the stats. MVP conversation, that's facts. Could've been a franchise face, instead we got an empty space. Watching from the sidelines now, wondering about the how. You're stuck in stasis. Should've kept Luka, should've kept Lou. Now he's cooking others, while we looking foolish. Should've kept Luka, should've kept Lou. $1 million mistake, now we paying dues. Should've known that, should've seen it. Should've kept Luka. Front office made a call that day. Changed the whole franchise in the worst way. Set the way the kid from Slovenia. Now he's putting up numbers I seen ya. Making other teams look amateur while AD's in street clothes, that's what I...
Yeah. Back up in the building. You know what I'm saying? We back up in here. You feel me? Back up in here for another episode of the No News, Just Facts podcast. Back up in here. And you know what? Hold on, man. We gotta get to it, bruh. Gotta get to it. We gotta get to it, man. Unfortunately, first, I'm gonna say this. As a longtime fan of basketball, as a longtime fan of the Dallas Mavericks, I've been a fan of the Dallas Mavericks since I was like young. I want to say like 2003, you know, 2003, 2004. I've been a fan of the Dallas Mavericks for that long. I am so appalled, sick, and hurt about the thing I learned about on Sunday night, man. Sunday night, which just felt weird. Like it was good and bad, right? I was with my friends watching the Royal Rumble, right? Next thing you know, after all that, you know, the Rumble's done. Jey Uso won. Charlotte Flair won. So on and so forth, right? All of that happened. So I'm at my homie's crib, and he's telling me, "Hey man, they traded Luka. They traded Luka from while we were still at another friend's house, my friend was telling me that oh hey bro, did you see that Luka got traded to Los Angeles? I'm like, man, stop playing with me, bro. Stop playing with me. Don't even play like that. That's not even funny. It's because it's not like that. That's not a funny joke. That's not something cool to say. Like, don't say that. Don't joke about Luka leaving the Dallas Mavericks and going to a monstrosity of a organization like Los Angeles. Don't joke about that. He's like, nah, bro, go check X. Like, it's all over X. Bro got traded. So I go and I check, and lo and behold, I wanted it to be a nightmare. I wanted it to be a bad dream. But the news is true. Luka Doncic is a Los Angeles Laker, and the Dallas Mavericks organization traded their franchise player for a bag of chips. For a bag of chips. A bag of chips and AD. All that work that Mark Cuban did when he was majority owner of the team just flushed down the drain. Flushed down the drain. Flushed down the drain. Like, the ethics of basketball is the landscape and ethics of how basketball used to be, where a player who comes from college or comes from high school being drafted to a team for a long term for millions of dollars is dead. It's dead after this. It is completely dead. Think about Dirk Nowitzki being with the Mavericks for so long, never left the team. Kobe Bryant being with the Lakers, long time, never left the team. When the team was good, they was going to the finals, they was going through the playoffs, winning titles. When the team was bad, Kobe was there. When Dallas was terrible, Dirk Nowitzki was there. When the Dallas Mavericks started to win and make it through the playoffs and eventually went on to the finals and finally won a championship, that is what you call loyalty, people. That is what you call loyalty. Basketball has no loyalty anymore. Loyalty is dead. And I don't blame it on one person, one particular person. I blame it on a few people in the NBA. First of all, I'm going to blame the owners. All of the owners. All of the owners who can't put loyalty over business. That I blame them. I blame the NBA and Adam Silver for basically, it feels like they bullied this trade to happen. It's like, if this trade doesn't happen, if Luka doesn't go to Los Angeles, Dallas is never going back to the playoffs, making it through the playoffs and going to the finals. It's like, it feels like something like that. It's like, if this doesn't happen, Dallas is going to be blackballed. That's what I feel like is going on here. Like, the NBA, no matter what, was going to make a ridiculous trade like this, whether it be Dallas or another team, but something was going to Los Angeles. A big name player was going to Los Angeles. And I'm so sick. I'm so sick to my stomach with this. Seriously, I'm sick to my stomach. How could Nico Harrison take the reins of owning the Mavericks and do something so stupid? So stupid. So stupid. So dumb. Like why? Stupid. Dumb. And then his excuse for it is, oh, we need more defense on our team. They came up with two excuses that they thought was just gonna be good. Saying, oh yeah, we needed a more defensive team, so this defense wins championships. That's true that defense wins championships, but AD is not somebody who stays healthy. He's not somebody who stays healthy. You traded away the best player on the team, the highest paid player on the team, for a dude who been riding the bench, not getting them numbers on the board for real. I'm sick. I'm sick, bro. I am sick. I don't think I will ever watch basketball ever again after this, bro. I think I'm done with basketball. I think I'm about to trade in watching basketball for like rugby or something. Rugby, cricket, soccer. You know, soccer's a world sport. So I mean, I'm sure they don't do nothing as stupid as this in soccer. I could be wrong. I don't know. But yeah, man, I'm very ticked off. I'm very ticked off. And then that same, like, after the coldest part about all this, right? He gets traded. I think it's either Monday or Tuesday. Monday or Tuesday. I think it was Monday. Monday, Dallas had a game against the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Cleveland Cavaliers whooped the hell out of the Dallas Mavericks. The Cleveland Cavaliers whooped the hell out of the Mavericks. Oh my goodness. So let me just go ahead and read this report that ESPN got right here, man. I'm sick. I don't even want to read this, but let's just read it, bro. Luka Doncic was nearly asleep last Saturday night in Dallas when his phone buzzed. Only then did he learn that the Mavericks had just stunned the sports world by trading him to the Los Angeles Lakers. Look at that. Luka didn't even know he was getting traded. He didn't even know he was getting traded. He did not know he was getting traded. That's what I hate about this, and this is in any sport. This is in any sport. I hate it when the organization in any sport, the ones that have the most money, think just because they have the most money, they can do whatever they want to do. They can buy any player they want to buy. I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. I am so sick of the Los Angeles Lakers. No offense to anybody who is a Los Angeles Lakers fan. I am so sick of the Los Angeles Lakers buying up every good player. Can't do nothing organic. They got all the money. They got all the money and can do what they want. Buying up all the players, bro. That's not. It's so frustrating. Like, it kills somebody's passion to watch a sport like basketball. It kills like in any sport. In any sport. Like, imagine in soccer, like the best player on Arsenal gets traded to Tottenham, right? Just because Tottenham has enough money for Arsenal. It's not right. It's not. It's not right. It's not right at all. I don't like it. It's not right. I hate this, bro. If it wasn't for the fact that, like, this big three culture and super teams, I blame owners. I blame the NBA. I blame the players too. A lot of these players some of these players make the decision to leave their teams and go be with other superstar players like Kevin Durant. I blame him. I blame LeBron James for going to Miami. I blame a lot of these players. You know, some of them decide they want to go play with another superstar, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it doesn't, because you can't just put two superstar players on the same team, or you can't just get a whole bunch of players and put them on the same team and think, oh, after a couple practices, this will be a great team that'll be able to have some type of cohesiveness. No, it doesn't always work like that. Doesn't always work like that. There's prime examples, like when Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, and what is it? Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, and Who else was on that team? I think Rondo was with the Brooklyn team too. They basically just took the Boston Celtics and put them with Brooklyn, and it didn't work. It didn't work. They couldn't make magic like they did before. So couldn't do that. I mean, look at how many times the Houston Rockets have assembled great teams that have been good enough to make it through the playoffs, and it didn't do nothing. Like they put a bunch of different people around James Harden, and they still didn't make it through the playoffs. James Harden was coupled together with Dwight Howard, uh, Russell Westbrook, Chris Paul, and still nothing. Nothing, bro. But let me keep reading this. You can imagine how surprised I was. Doncic said, I had to check if it was April 1st. I didn't really believe it. The superstar has begun to recover from that shock after his first 2 days in LA, and he's growing increasingly excited about a new chapter with LeBron James and his famed new team on the West Coast. And while his past and future teammates say Doncic has never lacked motivation to be great, and he now has all the fuel he'll ever need after the Mavericks inherently questioned his talent and determination by making the seismic trade, it was a big shock. Doncic said, Dallas was home, so it was really hard moments for me, but now I get to play in the greatest club in the world. I'm excited for this new journey. I would say I was late. I would say I always take the high road. I had my amazing moments in Dallas with all my teammates, coaches, and most importantly, the fans. They always supported me. It was an amazing journey. The Lakers formally welcomed Doncic on Tuesday, less than 3 days after they traded Anthony Davis and Max Christie in a three-team deal for the Slovenian scorer who won his first scoring title last season before leading the Mavs to the NBA Finals. Doncic is a five-time All-NBA selection and a five-time All-Star. Stars of Doncic's age and accomplishments are almost never traded in any sport. See? And particularly not in such an abrupt manner, but when Dallas decided to move on from its 25-year centerpiece, the Lakers eagerly gave up Davis, one of basketball's best big men to make it happen. Doncic is still processing the upheaval, but he already is seeing the limitless side of a career in Los Angeles that will begin alongside James, who is 40 years old and the top scorer in NBA history. Honestly, it was hard at first. Doncic said the first day was really hard, and I felt like these last 48 hours was 1 month emotionally. It was really hard, but today was much better. This is the Lakers. It's one of the best clubs in history, so I'm excited to be here. Had Doncic stayed in Dallas, he was eligible for a 5-year, $345 million Supermax contract? What? So if he would have stayed, he would have got 5 years, $345 million from the Mavericks. Now he's not eligible for such a contract. When asked whether he or his representatives had indicated to the Mavericks that he wouldn't sign a Supermax extension to remain with Dallas, Doncic was emphatic that he had absolutely not, he said. Lakers general manager Rob Pelinka didn't hide his glee at landing Doncic when they met with the media at the Lakers training complex on Tuesday. In his typically florid style of discourse, Pelinka said Doncic's arrival would bring basketball joy to the world. I think Luka joining forces with the Los Angeles Lakers is a seismic event in NBA history. Pelinka said we have a 25-year-old global superstar that is going to get on the stage of the most popular and influential basketball brand on the globe. And I think when those two powerful forces get together, it brings basketball joy to the world because that's how Luka plays. He plays with joy. Bro, what's so sad about this is that Luka actually thought he was gonna like stay in Dallas and potentially raise his child in Dallas, bro. Bro, his child was born in Dallas, bro. This sucks. This is terrible. I can't tell. I can't tell you how angry I am right now. You can't tell I'm angry right now. Like I just kind of like want to move on from this because this is worse than when like LeBron was like thinking about wanting to go to the Warriors, but like somehow there were information leaked that he was considering like talking with the Warriors and like he took it off the table. So it's like, bro, and I don't know what else to say, bro. I don't know what else to say. You got to just chalk it up to bad management, bad mentoring on the part of like this Nico Harrison guy. And then he has the audacity to like basically just try to like shift the blame a little bit and say, "Oh yeah, me and Jason Kidd, I knew about this and Jason Kidd knew about this." Like, bro, I can't imagine how there wasn't a person in your camp that told you, bro, just hold on. Do not do this. Don't do this. There might be internal problems that we don't know about with the organization and what they thought about Luka, but I mean, going and doing this is just it's just silly. It's literally silly. It's literally the silliest thing. And there's a video, I need to go find it real quick, of Dallas Mavericks fans outside the American Airlines arena. It's such a sad sight, bro. They're outside the American Airlines arena and just people are just like really overcome with emotion, bro. Like I mean, like when I say really overcome with emotion, people really emotional about
Black men
this.
are going to have to get to a place where we put more value in our minds.
My bad. I'm sorry. People with like people who are not big fans of Dallas felt for Dallas. If that makes any sense at all. Like people who are fans of Dallas felt for Dallas. Like it's like a universal like sadness for any basketball fan to see a great player go to another team. And you know, the Lakers organization is one of the most powerful organizations. I already said it before. One of the richest historically big teams in all of basketball, and they're hated. They're hated because they always get the players they want because of how much money the team has. How much stored history is in the Lakers. It's just like the Boston Celtics. The Boston Celtics are the same thing. Boston Celtics, big organization, storied history, has enough money to get any player they want to get, any coach they want to get. You know, I mean, New York is another one. New York may not be a team that goes to the finals all the time or make it through the playoffs enough, but New York is another place where they have a lot of money to throw around. They can get any player they want to get, any coach they want to get. And that's just the way it is as far as culture goes with these teams in basketball. And these are and for good reason, Warriors too. Some of these teams are some of the most hated teams in all of the NBA because of that fact. Because you can pay for you can pay for your franchise. You can pay for your coaches. You can pay for whatever you need. Whatever you need. And I hate that. I hate that. I hate that. Sure, I loved what's it called? I loved I used to love watching Kobe Bryant play. I used to love watching Shaquille O'Neal play. But the thing I always hated is that they were all those teams were stacked. All those teams were stacked. Stacked teams, bro. Like, make it make sense. Stacked. stacked teams doesn't like it destroys the ethics of the game, bro. Is what I'm trying to say. Destroys the ethics of the game. Let's see here. Down here. Okay. Hold on. Over this. Okay. It's a video I was. Let me see here. I wanted to.
No, the Mavericks didn't actually trade Luka Doncic for Anthony Davis. What people are failing to realize is that in less than 2 weeks, Anthony Davis is launching a prank show with the premise being professional athletes pranking other professional athletes. You know what would make the best television and greatest prank of all time? Trading himself for Luka so Luka thinks he's a Laker. And for the first day of practice, Luka is going to be tying his shoes in the locker room, and everyone's going to jump out like this and surprise him. The clip of that will be everywhere. Anthony Davis will be the king of pranks, setting himself up nicely for a post-playing career. Luka has a huge international audience. Do you think Anthony Davis doesn't know that? And in order for a prank like this to work, it has to be so secretive that no one else knows. Like LeBron James didn't even know. Jason Kidd, Luka's own coach, didn't even know about this prank. The only people that Anthony Davis consulted for this episode of Foul Play were Nico Harrison, the Mavs GM, and Rob Pelinka, the Lakers GM. Even Shams thinks it's a real thing. It's such a good prank that everyone finds it unbelievable that it's real. Because there's no way this would actually happen, right? Surely the Dallas Mavericks would not agree to this if it wasn't just a temporary prank, right? Like, there's no way Luka actually ever steps foot on the court for the Lakers. Surely this is brought to you from the executive producers of the Impractical Jokers. Because if it's not, that doesn't make any sense. That might be the worst trade ever. No, the Mavericks didn't.
Yeah, I mean, I wish that was the case, but I don't think that. I don't think that's it, bro. I think it's an actual trade. Actual trade, and yeah, people are getting traded for real. Yeah, let's just move on. I'm beyond annoyed right now. I'm very annoyed right now. Gonna move on to something else, man. Hold on. Let me see what else is up here. Oh man, hold on. Before I like get away from it. This is what Luka's dad had to say about this trade.
Razumem, pridejo momenti, ker se ne strinjaš z neko filozofijo, ne paše ti ta igralec, ne paše ti si igralec. Vse to lepo in prav, ampak mislim, da glih ta neka tajnost, oziroma bom rekel, kar strani nekaterih posameznikov, mogoče igralščina celo, da to pa me osebno boli, ker mislim, da se Luka absolutno tega ni zaslužil, glede na to, da je, saj jaz vem, zelo veliko žrtvoval se in to, kar, in tudi te zgodbe, zdaj, ki lansira nekdo, da se hoče upravičiti za te stvari, kar delajo, to se mi zdi zelo nekorektno strani posameznikov, ker ti vem sam, da Luka zelo spoštoval Dallas, šlo je v celo tisto celo mesto Dallas, pomagal je in otrokom, ni mu bil problem hoditi in po bolnicah in po, ne vem, sirotišnicah in po te dobrodelne stvari. Ni mu bilo problem tudi lani, glede na to, da spet pravim, en posameznik, ki je bil dobro popravljen, da je lani odigral, ne vem, to ti bolj veš, to tekem praktično 40 minut, da je imel skozi po 2-3 igralce na sebi, da greš ti take stvari govor, to se mi zdi pa zelo nekorektno od strani posameznika. Redal si ga,
You
Svoj za
traded
svojim
him, you
trade,
stand
ne
by
pa
your
ispred
actions,
svojih
but don't look
izgovora,
for
pa ljudi, i to
excuses
je to.
or alibis. That's it. Damn. Man, not gonna lie, Luka's dad cooked. Goodness. You could tell he's pissed off. He is pissed that his son is gone from there. Bro, buddy is pissed. I would have been mad too, bro. My son laid it all out for this organization only for him to get like pushed away and like taken. You know what I'm saying? Horrible. Horrible. Damn. And then Mark Cuban didn't even Mark Cuban was confused when he heard about the trade. Let me see here. All right. So says that let me see. Says that Donald Trump is and his administration is reportedly considering a plan to dismantle the Department of Education.
And one other thing I'll be doing very early in the administration is closing up the Department of Education in Washington, D.C.
Oh, wow.
And sending all education and education work and needs back to the states. We want them to run the education of our children because they'll do a much better job.
He said it's not on the government for y'all to take care of education.
Per pupil by 3 times than any other nation, and yet we're absolutely at the bottom. We're one of the worst. So you can't do worse. We're going to end education coming out of Washington, D.C. We're going to close it up. All those buildings all over the place, and you have people that in many cases hate our children. We're going to send it all back.
This is going to be bad.
Thank you very much.
Let me tell you why this is going to be bad. This is going to be bad because if the states have to focus on the education, they're gonna mismanage the funds of the education for each representative state is going to mismanage the Department of Education. The funds, especially that go into education, it's going to be managed not managed properly. I feel like that. I feel like that is something. That is something to happen. Yeah, I feel like that's something that will happen. As far as I could see, just in my own humble opinion, I feel like every move that this man is making, of course, granted, granted they're not all good. And to a certain effect, I'm not gonna lie either. They're not all the way bad because you have to remember something. It's not all his decision. I feel like it's not all this man's decision. It's the administration's decision. So whatever they write up for him, whatever they plan for him to do, I feel like he just goes with it. So let me just continue. What else we got? Let's see here. Let me see. I don't know if I can react to this on here, but I think it's small enough to where you can't really see it. So this is a Speed going into the Royal Rumble. Let me see here.
What? Speed, what? You're in the Rumble. Go. Are you serious? Speed. You're in the Rumble. Hell no. No, hell no. I'm ready. Go. Go.
He really in WWE. That's crazy. That man is really in WWE. Really in the WWE, man. Let me see here. Let me see here. What is this? Snoop Dogg and Tom Brady. Let me see. What is this, bro? Snoop Dogg and Tom Brady. Let me bring this over here. What on God's green earth is this? Hold on. Let's put this right here. Hold on.
I hate you because we're from different neighborhoods.
I hate you because you look different.
I hate you because I don't understand you.
I hate you because people I know hate you.
I hate you because I think you hate me.
Because I need someone to blame.
Because you talk different.
Because you act different.
Because you're just different.
I hate you because you look different. Tom Brady looked like he wanted to drop the N word so badly. Anti-Semitism commercial. You get an E for effort. The reasons for
Man, I
hate.
hate that things are so bad that we have to do a commercial about it.
Me too.
You know, I gotta give him an E for effort for at least, at least that much, I guess. Give him an E for effort, E for effort. You feel me? E for effort. That's crazy. So going back to Trump again, it seems as though the war between Canada and America, as far as, tariffs go, has been ended. Even though the prime minister, or is he the prime minister still? What is his name? Justin Trudeau was saying oh, they're gonna tax 20% and all this other stuff. Let me read this real quick. Let me see what it says. It says, Justin Trudeau said that I just had a good call with President Trump. Canada is implementing a $1.3 billion border plan, reinforcing the border with new choppers, technology, and personal enhanced coordination with our American partners, and increased resources to stop the flow of fentanyl. Nearly 10,000 frontline personnel are and will be working on protecting the border. In addition, Canada is making new commitments to appoint a fentanyl czar. We will list cartels as terrorists, ensure 24/7 eyes on the border, launch a Canada-U.S. joint strike force to combat organized crime, fentanyl, and money laundering. I have also signed a new intelligence directive on organized crime and fentanyl, and we will be backing it with $200 million. You know what kills me? Any place that is bordering the United States, and they stand on business, right? They stand on business and say, nah, we not going for what America's trying to do. And then just turn around and say, you know what? Never mind. Never mind. America, y'all won. Y'all got it. I just wish somebody would have the backbone to stand on business and stay with what they say. You feel me? Come on. It says here, Canada, we decided to put in place a plan Trudeau has had for a while, but couldn't because the House closed when he stepped down. Yet again, Canada fixing the USA's issues. Why couldn't Justin do this before the tariffs were implemented? That way, this would never happen. Oh, okay, so it was a plan he already had. Oh, okay, so he was going to do the plan either way. I see. Makes a lot of sense. Let me see. It's not a lot else I gotta talk about. I'm almost out of here, folks. Let me see. I do want to talk about something though. Hold on. So WWE 2K25, right, is coming out. And there's so many good things about WWE 2K25. I just want to talk about this soundtrack real quick. Let me talk about this soundtrack real quick. WWE is black now. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to all the longtime wrestling fans who happen to not be my color. WWE is black now. WWE got a little seasoning. Look at this playlist. I'm gonna just name all the. I'm gonna name some of these artists, some of these songs. So first you got Shabuzi, a bar song. That's crazy, right? Then you got Thames. There's a Thames song on a WWE in a WWE video game. A Thames song, bro. WWE is for who? WWE is for who? You got Tommy Richmond, $1 Million Baby. We're gonna go past that. Tommy Richmond shouldn't have said what he said, so gonna put that off to the side. You got Blackstreet featuring Dr. Dre and Queen Pen. No diggity. That's hilarious. You hold on. First, hold on for real. You got a PJ Morton song on a WWE 2K25 soundtrack. A PJ Morton song. PJ Morton done made it to the WWE. Come on now. I ain't even done yet. You got Cleo Soul. I don't need to tell you about her. Cleo Soul. You got Cleo Soul up there. You got her. Then you got Tupac. You got a Tupac song on 2K25. I need to know who is in charge of music. Because you need a raise. It would have took it a step further if you would have added like a Travis Scott song and a Quavo song to this. It would have really went there for real for me. But hold on, I'm not done. I'm not done yet. Hold on. I'm not done yet. I hope if this isn't real, I'm gonna feel bad. But if it is real, dang. You got Jill Scott. There's a Jill Scott on a WWE soundtrack. On a WWE video game. On a WWE video game. We're living in a different era, folks. We're living in a different era. A different era. When you got Jill Scott on a WWE video game. Jill Scott. Jill Scott is for a older crowd, elderly crowd. But they got Jill Scott on a video game. Hilarious. It's hilarious. It's hilarious and ironic at the same time. But I mean, like I said, if this is not real, I'm going to be mad, but I'm not going to be mad. So, but let's keep going. You got Sweetie. A Sweetie song. I feel like if this was really, like I said, I feel like it would be a little bit more rap on here. If this really is, it would be like a balance to me. Just me, myself. I feel like there would be like a balance of like rock music and rap music. Just like, and then you splash in like maybe a country song, maybe one or two R&B songs, and then you have a playlist. So if this isn't the playlist, that's gonna suck. But at the same time, I kind of hope it is, just a little bit. I kind of wanna hope that it is. Let me see. So there's like a Kanye West. The Grammys were on Sunday. I don't really care for the Grammys. You know, there are a couple of things that happened. So Kanye West, I'm not gonna show it, but Kanye West and his wife were on the red carpet at the Grammys, and well, his wife was basically naked on the red carpet. She was wearing a I don't know if I can show it. Even if it's like bleeped out, I don't know. Let me see if I can show it. I can find a bleeped out picture of it. But I honestly, I'm gonna say it like this. I think that the genetic engineering that Kanye has done for so long is finally reaching its ceiling. Like literally, it's finally reaching a ceiling to where like, okay, bro, we don't even care. We don't care. Like, stop turning your wife into like a billboard, bro. You're exploiting your own wife. You're exploiting your wife. And for what? What is this supposed to do? Like this would have went so crazy. Like his wife doing this would have went so crazy in the 2010s. But it's just like now, dude, just drop the music. Like I used to be a real big fan of Kanye before he started doing all this goofy stuff, bro. All this goofy stuff. Like you pimping out your wife for the blogs and the paparazzi. It's weird. It's weird, bro. It's weird, bro. There's no way your wife is okay with walking around like this. There's no way. It's like literally no way. What does her family think about her like walking around like this? What does her family think, bro? Like, look at this. What like where is the dignity? Like, where is like the dignity? Where is the respect? Like having your wife walk around. Like, I thought it was crazy when Kanye was in public on that boat in Italy, and his wife was just giving him head in public with everybody watching. Like, I thought that was crazy, but I can see that there's no length to the amount of humiliation he will go through to put his wife through. And I don't know, bro. It don't make no sense. You know? Kanye 50 years old, still trying to like move like he 29 or something. Kanye almost 50 years old, bro. You have a dog. You have kids, bro. Like, your kids are gonna see this. They're gonna see you with your wife doing stuff like this. Like, bruh, there's no dignity involved. Like whose idea is it to just have this man go to the red carpet and have his wife wearing like an outfit where it's see-through, no clothes, and wearing like a see-through ensemble? Who raised this woman? Like what is this, bro? And this is why I say I haven't listened to. I stopped listening to Kanye West like mad years ago. Stopped listening to his music. Stopped paying attention to him doing Kanye West-esque stuff. I stopped paying attention to this stuff because it's a fine line, and Kanye pushes that line to where it's like, it's just, and I might be wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, but his music has pushed lines to where he got less black fans and more European fans. More European fans, more fans of streamers, more fans of European streamers. You know, that black audience is just, it's just that handful right there. I feel like his music has lost a lot of like don't get me wrong, the guy can still produce his ass off, but the substance part of it is just, it's gone. I'm not ever, as somebody who loves college dropout Kanye and late registration Kanye and graduation Kanye and My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy Kanye, we're never getting those versions of Kanye ever again. And I think his latest offerings can tell you that much, that we're never getting that again. Those days are over. Hang those up in the rafters. We're never getting that version of Kanye again. We're never getting a normal Kanye that isn't rooted in being shocking. We're never not getting a Kanye that's rooted in being shocking and focusing less on the quality and making sure that the music is squeaky clean versus how I am perceived in public. You know, it's kind of like when the Game, rapper of The Game, goes and beefs with everybody. It's because he's coming out with an album. Kanye's doing this because he knows he's coming out with an album. I think the last thing I'm gonna look at is probably, I'm gonna look at this real quick. Look at this real quick. He has like a interview, or rather a rant, sit down with
How do you
Justin
feel about being
LaBoy.
called crazy? Where do you believe that narrative came from?
From me doing crazy shit? It's been a long time coming. Fresh new tires, I'm still running. It's a few things I'm overcoming. When the check still clear, still think about it every night and day to try to stay away to keep my heart in top. Don't take this disrespect. I'm sitting here trying to redirect. Why Japan? Why is Ye always in Japan? What makes Japan so special to you?
You know, I love the temples. I love how people are with you. You know, it's just really respectful.
Yeah.
And my wife said that in past lives I was a king. I was an emperor out here.
You know, I see you doing a lot out here. How do you prioritize your passions?
You know, I just put my kids first. You know, all the ideas, and then I get real selfish. Then I go to me. You know, and then I think about the impact it's going to have on, you know, this lifetime.
Yeah. I've seen your recent Instagram post about how, you know, you got North in training now.
Yeah, it's good. Like, I was always into the idea of having a school, and like both my mom and my dad were professional teachers. So that makes me a natural teacher in my blood. And I'm just thinking about how her album is going to be, like how insane, like everything that I learned, that I could have it flow through her also, and for her to become the greatest, the next frontier, because we're like you know, like the kings in Africa or something, where it's just passed down. Like, I'm the hands down greatest, she gonna be the hands down greatest.
That's fire. Amidst all the controversy, can't nobody say he ain't a father to his kids, man. Can't say he ain't a father to his kids, man. He be raising his kids, man.
You just announced Bully, the new album. It's on the way. It's your first project, you know, for 3 years since Donda.
Yeah.
Why the title Bully?
you know, my son was playing with some kid, and then he kicked him. And I asked my son, I said, "Why you do that?" He said, "Cause he weak." And I was like, "This man's really a bully." I gotta
saying you the reason for bullying.
Don't say do they just
Like
kick
father, like
everybody
son.
and like push him over and like this.
Where he get, I wonder where we get that from. Which parent?
Oh,
Definitely young Ye.
Yeah.
When should we expect Bully to drop, Ye?
my oldest said to bring it out in June. So
Your birthday or her birthday?
oh, you know, didn't Jesus come out on your birthday? Yeah, so we're gonna do it on your birthday. That's when we're gonna bring Bully out because that's our favorite album so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's rated a 10 out of 10.
Yeah,
Okay, Bully's on the way. North's birthday.
yeah.
I want you to tell me how you feel when fans tell you to release the album. Fans never want to wait.
Oh man, if they was a fan, they would have heard the song "Can't Tell Me Nothing" and believed it. I just want to go see comments and see people like really love the post I just did, and somebody be like, "Release the album, Kanye."
Yeah.
If you're my fan, you're
Bro,
not
because you
even
take
calling me.
forever to release music. You take forever to release music. That's why they say release the album, nigga. Kanye West fans are deprived of music. This man will say he gonna drop an album and the day come and the album never drop. That's why they saying that they need the album. Drop the album. Because they are deprived of albums. Shelved out. There are albums that are shelved that was supposed to be released. And you said you was gonna release them, but you never released them. That's another thing about Kanye. That's another thing about any artist who do that. And act like they don't do it. Bro, you do it. You will shelve an album in a heartbeat and say you're gonna release it and never release it, bro. Like, come on, stop it. Stop acting like your fans are delusional or people who listen to your music are delusional.
My legal name, Ye. My Muhammad Ali. It ain't Cassius Clay no more.
Why did you change your name to Ye?
You know, because my friends call me Ye.
Okay.
If someone calls me Ye, they never say anything negative. Like people, headlines, they use the word Kanye West, however they want to do it.
Right.
Now, if you say Ye, formerly known as Kanye West or Ye, you got a certain level of respect, a certain level of love for growing up on the music and the work I put into this lifetime. So
Yeah. Who was the first person to call you Ye?
I don't know, it had to be like back
Jay.
8th, 7th grade. You know, I don't.
Okay,
I don't
okay.
remember,
You've been had that. You've been had that name. I thought it might have been when you got into the rap game. Somebody randomly.
Beanie Siegel called me Yeezy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How different is your creative process on Bully compared to Vultures 1 and 2?
First person I think of is Quentin Miller because he'll write something and just one-to-one.
Did I hear that correctly? Quentin Miller? Like Quentin Miller who was working with Drake? Quentin Miller? Take Drake's old writer and put him on a project with you. Boy, Kanye West ain't never gonna stop. Kanye and Drake ain't never gonna stop beefing. Went and got Quentin Miller.
It could go.
Right.
It could go. You know, you don't even have to change anything.
Quentin
And
Miller.
I remember when I met him, you know, before we were doing Vultures, before it was called Vultures.
Yeah.
And I think before I even decided to do the album with Ty, I knew we was gonna come for the chip.
Yeah.
I knew because each team member, we pull them together because I'm a walking franchise. So we need, you know, these teams at this point.
Bro, this guy's ego
That's one
is
of the
crazy.
things. Another thing is I'm chopping up all the samples by hand.
How much does this album Bully mean to you? I remember we was listening to music and you was like, man, this album is just so positive. Every word matters, every bar matters. And
Yeah, because you lean on like a bar that like brings somebody down. Just that was always rap. And this is like more the way I remember Lauryn Hill album, way I remember Miseducation. I feel like it is my Miseducation. It is my Gnarls Barkley album because even 808s and Heartbreak.
Yeah.
You know, so I know Bully has a title and a connotation that a lot of
What
people
is this
are
stuff on the wall?
Bully, but we can bring it. You know,
Is this clothing?
I'm just hyper next level frequency right now.
I ain't gonna lie, this is kind of crazy.
I'll give it BBLs to the hands.
I'll give it BBLs to the dance.
We're gonna go back to Vultures a little bit. Vultures won #1 album in the world. Carnival, #1 single in the world. You go independent. They remove you off ESPs every nonstop about 3, 4, 5 times in the same week. You in the midst of being canceled. How fucking good did that make you feel to go #1 at 46 years old?
You know, it was just really about beating a cancellation. Like that was a God-given song. And it came from working with a bunch of people. Like we was out in Saudi, right?
This must be merch
And
for
Ty had
Bully.
Rich the Kid out there, and he's just playing different songs. Everybody had this vision of having
this is merch
a soccer
for
chant.
Bully.
Like if you
I
White
see in the
Stripes had this song, and then soccer teams do it. So you like, man, I want to do it. So I tried 2 times to do it. The first time I tried was Black Skinhead. The second time I tried was All Day. All day. And Paul McCartney wrote that melody. He wrote it before he went in the studio with me, and a lot of people say, man, he discovered this new artist named Paul McCartney. Man, I hope this guy blows up one day. He's talented. You know, he played the keyboards and the guitar. Now the vocals that people like, stay away from AI. It's a more negative reaction than auto-tune. And I remember like I did auto-tune because people thought, they're like, man, this auto-tune is trash. As an artist, I could take anything. I could sell a piece of shit for like $10 million and shit, you know, and shit. That's another 20.
Yeah, so auto-tune you feel like is AI as well.
Exactly. It's in the same family, except people have a more visceral reaction.
Is AI the future of music or is it a crutch?
It's time for me to explain to people the power of AI in music. So I take a sample, and this is like a dream come true. Back in the days, you used to have to get the 24-track stems, the Motown, like the 24-track reel. It was like this, and they would tape it on a CD or tape it digitally. Then you got the different parts.
Him pushing AI probably means he's coming out with his own rendition of. He probably has a software developer who's making AI for him, making a rendition of of some type of AI he's gonna be pushing to the moon. That's what I feel like, because I'm like, it's random to even be, you know, boosting AI and then boosting AI because, you know, AI like is potentially taking a lot of jobs from different industries. And interesting to know that AI is in the same family as autotune. Never knew that, if that's even actually a real thing.
Right now, you could take any song and separate it. Just get the vocals.
Yeah.
Just get the bass line, the drums, completely separated. So when I send a song or a sample to my engineers, I just say JS AI, like they had a website.
Yeah.
So it's like my engineer,
JS,
John Scott, AI. So we speaking like digital THX. Like on THX, this is the movie that George Lucas did before Star Wars.
Man.
Only for the master. And then last but not least, we got the vocals.
I ain't gonna lie, that's fire.
If you get 5 tracks, 10 tracks, really legendary Trackster is the one who really put us on to that. You know, he is the key. He was the clutch shooter, last bucket at the end of the game on Vultures. So even though we're bringing Mike Dean back in for Bully, it's like,
So that's confirmed. Mike Dean is coming back in for Bully.
absolutely, we about to go Yeezy. Change his voice to my voice.
If you ain't suck a dick, niggas, you can get the fuck up on my shit.
If you ain't suck a dick, niggas, you can get the fuck up on my shit.
That's crazy.
Hitting with the guap, take the fucking down, turn around, this way, that kid, you want to take that?
I ain't gonna lie, that's kind of messed up. Kind of messed up, bro. Take a little RT, changing his voice to your voice. Freaking Kanye, bro. This beat is crazy, though. Beat is crazy.
There's still a lot to do. It's like the next version of sampling. Like when sampling happened, like the musicians, they hated it. When EDM came in, there was musicians that hated that. There was people who hated it, auto-tune. There's people who hate the concept of AI. It's like people hated the ass shots. It became like a standard. Like, that's what I said about the visuals to AI. It's like, AI ain't made nothing yet that I could jerk off to.
Yo. That's crazy.
I was with you when you.
That's crazy. Kanye crazy, man. Hey, yo. AF video. Pause.
The way we was always going to eat every day.
Yeah, we never was unrich.
Yeah, ever. We was
never
still going
got
out to eat. The hotels ain't changed. The jets ain't changed. Just the headlines got a little bit different.
The headlines changed.
What was the restaurant we ate that is closed down?
Beauty Essex.
It was Beauty in Essex.
Yeah.
We was going there to eat every day. I remember when they froze your accounts. Man, listen, I had to put my little American Express down. You was pulling up every day like, hey, Ye's over here eating. That's the first time I seen a billionaire have no access to money.
It was crazy. It was like some Black Mirror episode. They wanted to do everything to prove to me that I didn't have a right to say anything out loud that went against people who own the media, people who own the music industry, people that Drake is going, you know, up against right now, ironically. You know, we could say, you know, anything. We could say, I'm going to kill you. We could say, I'm going to sell drugs to you. We could say, I do drugs. But you can't message that. You couldn't even message on a song. You imagine? Because it's the censorship still.
No, for sure. I love how you can't be controlled now because, you know, you was in the system. You kind of broke free and found other ways to get to money, you know, so now you get to be free. You own yourself, you own your brand. And, you know, you posted a clip recently of Master P speaking about how he left music because it wasn't no real money and he had to create product. When did you know, like, I need more than just music?
Master P was always a visionary. Like, everyone looked up to the fact that he could shoot a movie fast, and everybody in the hood will listen to that.
How do you know when you're entering an episode or when you're in one?
I watch for it beforehand, but other times it was just like, if you get to the point where it goes,
you're starting to talk about having autism
in that position for a while. It might go for 3 days, 4 days, a week. Some people, if they get into it, you got to put them in like a place that's not in public. It depends on the level of what it is. But another thing is they call it specifically, you know, bipolar. They put that on me. I said it, I put it on out. People call you nigga, you start calling yourself nigga. Call a girl a bitch, she started calling herself a bitch. I went to this doctor, one that worked with Justin Bieber, one that worked with, I'm not even gonna name other names and stuff. My wife took me to do that because she said something about your personality doesn't feel like it's bipolar. I've seen bipolar before. She's educated, so I've seen bipolar before, and come to find out it's really a case of autism that I have. And autism takes you to a Rain Man thing where you're like, oh man, I'm gonna wear this Trump hat because I just like Trump in general. And then when people tell you to not do it, you just get on that one point And that's my problem when fans tell me to do my album a certain way.
Yeah.
I'll do it the opposite way just because la, I got my money, right?
Yeah.
You're like, you can't tell me. So, but the hard thing I say, like, shout out to Don C. He's been in situations where it was so hard on him because he loves me.
Yeah.
And like, it's so difficult for them because this is like a grown man. You can't tell him. You can't take control of his bank account. You can't control what I'm saying on Twitter. But a lot of what was sending me into the episodes, and it's hard. My dad, a bunch of people said, you know, you can't leave Adidas. Why would you leave all that money? The constant feeling of not being in control spun me out of control.
Up against the fashion world, still people trying to come up and say, "Oh, you don't know."
Snap.
Niggas out there.
Classic yay. Classic ranting yay. Classic rant yay. Oh man, classic rant yay. When you see Kanye ranting, that means the music is coming.
Niggas.
The music is coming. The music is coming. Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Dylon.
Yeah.
Hey, that's it.
Yeah.
Top 5, top 100,000, top million. Nobody did. I told you 36 ghosts. I got another 36 ghosts to go. Nobody. I could play around. Don't step over the line though. Everybody, anybody, it's up for everybody. And that's I'm not even. I got bigger fish to fry. I got people to say. I ain't even on a rap shit. I already beat the rap shit. I ain't beat the money shit. I already beat baddest bitch shit. I already beat the drip. So I'm not even competition. I'm not even competition with Lucien. We competition with the French bake that own 85% of Africa. How about that? While we fighting amongst each other. We in competition with Spotify. Get niggas 500 million. Said work it out amongst yourselves. Y'all ain't got shit on me. Y'all ran my name through the mud. Y'all took all that position. You gave the other niggas my position coach. Ain't nobody king over me. Every summer, there's no king. I'm the king because I'm the only one against y'all. I'm the only one that's gonna go against y'all.
Ain't gonna lie. I'm feeling the old Kanye somewhere.
Easy, baby.
To get out of here.
Feels like it.
A lot of people like medication. Do you take medication? Does it work for you? What gets you out of?
I haven't taken the medication since I found out that it wasn't bipolar, that wasn't the right diagnosis. I found out it was like autism. So
how does do you feel it working?
Do you take
just take
medication
to make your wife happy because she says you should take it? Like, do you believe in the medication?
It's finding stuff that doesn't block the creativity. Obviously, that's what I bring to the world. You know, it's worth a ramp up.
Yeah.
As long as y'all get the creativity, like, you know, it's like this thing I always play on from Donda where I say, well, you know, wild and screaming, and I say, play off the grid.
Yeah, I love that. Now play off the grid.
No fucking chuckling and nothing, no kind of way. All right, play off the grid.
That's him, like Brick Rubens was sitting there. That's how me and Mike Dean really fell out, because I was like screaming. I was like, man, I'm a grown ass man. You screaming at me, even though I didn't know that I was really, I didn't understand that that's what I was doing.
Yeah, I feel like you're more passionate than anything else, but people could misunderstand.
Yeah, when they scream at in front of 20 people, it's a misunderstanding for sure.
But I'm glad you and Mike Dean are back. You and Drake have had a long-standing beef and battle for years. Now Drake is at odds with another Gemini, Kendrick Lamar. Who do you think won that rap?
Oh boy, you already know what he
One thing is, like with Kendrick, I was like, man, why you killed my nemesis? Where's the movies if it ain't no Drake?
Yeah.
For me, it's like, or at least took him down for a little bit. You know, superhero films, like maybe it's like one of the characters, Wolverine or something, just goes away for a couple films and stuff. I'm like, damn, man, it's like, it was really challenging for me to make Father Stretch My Hands and different things. And man, got work, you know, like top 5 song ever created in life. You know, I'm like, you know, redoing the drums, bringing Metro on. And,
so Kendrick killed Drake. He's dead.
Yeah, for now. You know, you can't ever.
This man stay talking about Drake.
Hit 200 points.
He stayed talking about Drake.
You know, song or something. You know what it was? Is like Kendrick brought. Like, look at the Tyler, the Creator, freestyle that he did, like I'm that guy, right?
Yeah.
We have to, Drake added something to the algorithm to our frequency. He advanced us, Future advanced us, and our Kendrick has now advanced the frequency.
Right.
So you have to, it's like when Twister came out, there was rappers that didn't learn, right? But then Jay-Z learned. He did Is That Your Bitch? He could do it.
Yeah.
If you don't really learn as just a professional rapper as a sport, what Kendrick is doing, you might be wiped.
Yeah.
You might be wiped out.
Yeah, because Kendrick's on that timing, and like that, Kendrick says, fuck the big three, nigga, it's just big me.
You know what? It's interesting because even Future, different people, we just let that pass. And it was interesting because just as men, just as kings, how will we let that idea pass? I'm the greatest that ever existed. And other people, they shouldn't feel that way because I'm here.
Yeah. No.
But, every man, is going to feel that they're the number one in the game. But there's different techniques. Like if you rap against Kendrick, you will lose.
Oh,
this man does this specifically. On Street Fighter, you get like a Chun-Li, get a certain kick, and no matter what, you can't beat that thing. It's like if you rap against Kendrick Lamar, like Joe Budden said, never rap against Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
If you rap against Kendrick Lamar, it's a difficult task, but perhaps it's something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a psycho genius, so it could be. Yeah.
Yeah, there you have it. Do not rap against Kendrick Lamar.
Unless you're a psycho genius
Unless
like
you're
me.
a psycho genius like Ye. Who's your big three?
Dylon. Yay. That's it.
Easy slides. I didn't take them shits off since I got them. I wore them to sleep. I woke up the next day. Just didn't give a fuck no more.
Is that Jim Jones?
It definitely went too far. But then when you get the money, when you got money, you go in and like try to prove you got money. You know what I'm saying? You gotta like. I remember when I lost my when I lost all that Adidas money, I was like, damn, I gotta start dressing like a millionaire now, which actually means more jewelry. When you're a billionaire, you can dress like super above you. Like I gotta like pull up with the cars and blah blah. Nigga, we still got it. We ain't going nowhere, A nigga gotta keep doing. It don't matter. Like a nigga is never gonna sell his chain. When you sell your chain, you sold your last. Like niggas sell their children before they sell their chain. Take my son. That nigga ain't do shit.
Kanye is hilarious.
What they doing?
That shit, I'm wondering like that might be on way. Broke it down to Matt Williams. He came, he's the head designer. It looked like he would do. Wayne was the baddest one. Niggas don't got these, Sage.
Showing them in the
clothes. I'm just bring them. You got people that make them work, fix them up and shit.
What'd you say, Keith?
I'm like a fan. The belt will never leave him. Had a belt in the shower. You know how you sign something and you're like, I'm never taking this off.
Yeah. They say researching belts.
Let's see. Niggas be getting belts, but not this is gay version to get the triple dipped set belt. In Japan.
You talk about millionaires gotta wear that jury. I still gotta wear all that jury.
We ain't got a box. God, we ain't look at that. Box of jewelry.
All of it, every piece of it, bro.
Yeah, shit ain't that serious with this energy. You could never redo this again. I'm sorry. I don't know what you do.
I remember the story. This is what I want to say. They was gonna kill me for the Ace of the Izzo. I stayed in Jersey for about 3 months and shit. I was like, gee, you know them, right? It's like, man, cause Jimmy was screaming pretty loud on the phone, man.
This our what? Fifth interview, fourth, fifth interview.
This one's the best one. We got to this. I had to go get in the lab.
It's God level. You know what I'm saying?
Well, interesting to get to hear Kanye actually be in a space of like being able to want to talk candidly about like as much as he could. Will I be listening to his album? Probably not. I'm sure one of the songs I'll accidentally hear some of his music on TikTok or something, or randomly on YouTube when an ad is playing or on a commercial or something. I'll end up hearing something from this album, but I won't be listening to the album myself. So I'm gonna end the stream right here. I'll be back later on today. Y'all take it easy. I'm out.